Good evening everybody and welcome to a Friday evening where we're going to discuss some motorcycle news, find out what's going off in the world of motorcycles. Grab yourself a glass of wine or a beverage and come and join us for this week's talk.
Local news.
So every week I get things like the motorcycle news newspaper delivered and I don't really get time to sit down and read it. So Amy suggested we should do this and bring it to the channel. I even get things like a monthly bike magazine delivered. And again, I very rarely turn a page on these things. So it'll be interesting to have a flick through, find out what's going off in 2025. So in the motorcycle news this week, I noticed that BMW is about to launch their BMW R1300R. Carries that same Boxer GS engine. They've put in the 1300 GS and the GSA. This is going to be like the Street Fighter version. So you've got 143.5 brake horsepower, 149 newton meters of torque. Prices start from 13,200, as they always do with BMW. There'll probably be lots of extras you can bolt onto this bike, but with that brake horsepower, that amount of torque, I have ridden the GS. I've not ridden the GSA yet, but that engine is a powerful engine. I think the standard version comes with the three modes: the rain, the road and the eco. Again, if you want the dynamic or the dynamic pro, you'll have to pay for that. It's got a 17 litre tank. It's 139 kilos without fuel, so it's a bit of a heavyweight, but I think with that Boxer engine sitting so low, I don't think you're going to feel that weight. What you are going to get is plenty of power. It is a bike they're going to launch around June, July time this year. They're available from July. Looks a cool bike, like I said. Can't wait to give one of those a try. What do you think to that? Is that your cup of tea? So Ducati are bringing out another Lamborghini bike. This time it's the Panigale V4, and it's fully carbon. It's £67,000. I mean, I think the first ones they did with the Lamborghini Aveo and the Street Fighter was following that. And the Aveo was like £28,000 when it first came out. And I think a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon with them. They bought them. I told you to buy one at the time because you just sold a property and you had the money there sat in the bank, and people were selling these bikes for about £80,000-90,000. And then the Street Fighter came out, and then Ducati started ramping up the price. And they also made it kind of like an invite only. Did they sell all those bikes?
Yes, apparently so.
Right, so yeah, apparently they sold them all. So we've got this V4 Panigale, £67,000. This one's got the green. It's after, what's the Lamborghini it's been named after?
The Rivalto.
The Rivalto, and it's got like the rear wheel. It's sharing some components or some looks of the car. And like I said, a lot of money. I think they're making the same. Was it 630 units?
630, but then they make an extra 63 for Lamborghini owners, which is the same as with the other bikes they made.
Yeah, and like I said, if you've got a Lamborghini, you're not worried about 67 grand. The bikes are nice. I'm not sure you get value for money with these things though. You're paying for the badge, and it's as simple as that. When you look on the bike and all the specs, put parts and everything, there's not a lot of difference between a V4S and this, bar a bit of carbon, etc. So, you know, the extra money, I don't know. It's not for me, but again, I don't drive a Lambo. I drive a transit van. There's a little article here as well. Get dirty on Triumph. So Triumph have got their two motocross bikes, the TF250X and the TF450RC are now being launched, and you get to have a demo ride on these bikes. I think they're taking them to some of the local motocross circuits around the country, ain't they? So people go try.
Yeah, so they're taking them on a kind of a mini tour of the motocross tracks, and you have to book your place on their website to get a demo ride.
They've had a lot of top test riders putting these bikes together, and I think they might have absolutely nailed it. Although Ducati are bringing one out as well, or they've already got one in the pipeline, and that's looking cool as well. So it'd be interesting to see how it competes with something like that.
Is the Ducati one an enduro bike or a motocross bike?
It's a motocross, but you know, there's no doubt there'll be an enduro bike to follow, and may even a rally bike after, which would be really good as well. Right, what's up next?
We have got some deals of the week.
Right, in this segment, let's have a look what we got.
We have got a KTM 1290 Super Adventure R. You can currently save £2,600 and get one for £15,599.
And I think you can save on the whole KTM range, to be honest. I've been having a look. Still interested in an 890 Adventure R. Everybody's still trying to talk me out of it. It's quite tempting. I've seen them for about 10.5 grand for a brand new one, for £14,000 last year. That's a big saving.
We've got the Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 factory at £17,499. That's a saving of £1,000.
Yeah, you get £1,000 off it. It's still a lot of money, but it's a lot of bike. That's one bike I've not ridden actually, but it does look an absolute animal. Nearly bought one in 2020 when I bought the Ducati Street Fighter V4S. It was a toss-up between that and the Ducati. As being a Ducati fan, I went for the Ducati. Never regretted it. Great bike. Still miss it to today. But yeah, we've got to move on. What's next?
The Suzuki GSX 1000.
This
S1000.
This is the
sorry.
S1000. So this is the street bike, and I think you get £1,000 off this. What's the price of these days?
£10,999.
Yeah, it's not bad in 2025, to be honest. I guess you could compare it to Honda's new CB 1000 Hornet SP at 10 grand, that sort of thing. Although I would go for the Hornet personally. Everybody seems to be liking that bike, and I think how Honda's brought that to the table at that price as well. A lot of bike for a lot of money, but again, you know, not a bad price for the Suzuki. Good, well-built bikes. And I can see we've got one more there.
Yeah, the Honda NC 750X.
Okay, yeah, a bike does some serious miles to the gallon. What sort of money are them in 2025?
£6,999, which is a saving of £980, which when the bike's obviously the cheaper end of the scale, that's a pretty good saving, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they are a good all-round bike as well. Definitely a good commuter. As you know, I think they do some crazy miles to the gallon. And it's not a lot of money, again, in 2025. You know, there's savings to be had, new or second-hand. There's a lot of bikes out there. So, yeah, go treat yourself. Right, what's up next?
I don't know. Oh, what we talked about today, the test ride to win a Yamaha.
Today, we were down at Sycamore Yamaha in Uppingham, and there's an article on this, and we noticed it in the showroom as well.
So if you test ride a Yamaha at any official dealership between now and the end of June, you can be entered into a draw to win a brand new MT-07 with the new automatic gearbox fitted.
Well, I'm going to do that, and one of the bikes that I'm going to bring to the channel very soon, I believe, is the MT-09 with their AMT system, which is their automatic kind of box with the activators. I believe it works off your thumb and your forefinger. So that's a system I've not tried yet. Want to bring it to the channel. So we had a word with the guys. They said, yeah, they can come down, borrow the bike, and we can bring a video, let you know how good or bad it is. Right, so what's up next?
We have some bear news.
Ooh, is this the Royal Enfield Bear 650?
Yes.
Okay, well, what's the news?
So there's a gentleman named Nick Sanders, and he has taken a bear on a trip around the edge of Europe doing 30,000 kilometres.
Oh, that's some serious miles. We have a little experience with the Bear 650. We rode one around the south of India earlier this year, and I've got to say, that is a super bike. Even though it was based around the Intercept 650, I don't think it's got any relevance to that bike at all, apart from the engine, which is a lot better in the Bear, but the whole bike is absolutely superb, and I think that is a great bike to go and do that on as well. So yeah, fair play to the guy. So it says there he's going to be ending up at the ABR as well.
Yeah, so he finishes his trip at the ABR in June. You can follow his progress online. But he's actually not worked with Royal Enfield for the last 25 years. He's been working with other dealers such as Yamaha, but he now has gone back to Royal Enfield, and he says he can see why they are selling 1 million bikes a year worldwide. Very impressed with the Bear.
Yeah, and Royal Enfield in general have gone from strength to strength over the last few years as well. Affordable bikes and good bikes, well built, no overcomplicated electronics, great prices. And I must admit, I've been loving my Himalayan 450. It's a superb bike. The Bear 650 is another great bike as well. So I can't fault the guy for doing that. Hopefully, we're going to be at the ABR as well this year, so we'll get to chat to him maybe.
Yeah, I could have lent him my cushion.
He might need it after 30,000 kilometres. Right, what's up next?
I just don't doing that page.
We don't know, we ain't got that far. So another thing we want to touch on as well is the Pothole story. That was a couple of weeks ago really, but there was a follow-up, but we've been out on the bike since, and yeah, you get to notice more and more of this problem really. And what was the government pledging money-wise?
So they have pledged from April £1.6 billion towards repairs for all the councils. But what they have to do is publish a progress report annually of what they've used that for. Otherwise, they may well lose their share of the money.
But it's going to be nowhere near what they actually need. So the overall cost or the money they needed was something like 16 billion to actually get the job done.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a report published in March said there's £16.81 billion worth of repairs waiting to be done. And in order to even begin to clear that, the local authorities say their budget would need to be more than doubled for the next 5 to 10 years to clear the backlog.
yeah, well, let's see if they do that. I've not got the confidence in it, to be honest. I think it's been such a problem for such a long time. Like I said, it's going to take them. I don't think they'll ever catch up. It's like trying to provide enough housing in the UK. It's not going to happen. There's always going to be a shortfall. So we'll see. We should do pothole of the week. So have you got a big pothole near where you live that we're going to bring to the channel? Send us the picture in, and we'll put it on the channel. To that bike assignment at gmail.com, and we'll do pothole of the week, and we'll see see who's got the best pothole.
Send us a picture of your hole.
Yeah. So this bit's out and about. Where are we out and about?
So the place that's being promoted this week in this paper is called Revs and Relics.
This is in Rotherham. So what is it about?
So it's a cafe, but also they do sell bikes. It's described as being like a living museum where everything you see is for sale.
Yeah, it looks a cool place. Looks a little bit like the Huggies that's near us, and it's got a lot of memorabilia and things like that. A lot of interesting things. Outdoor cafe, lots of bikes. Maybe we should go visit this one.
I think it's worth a visit.
Yeah, I think it's. We'll go check it out. We'll bring it to the channel and we'll show you in person. But put it on your list. It looks pretty cool. Probably a worthwhile see. So it's Bank Holiday weekend this weekend. There'll be a few things going off, I'm sure, all over the country. Hopefully the weather will hold off. What have we got going off?
So there's a whole schedule of events. It depends what kind of motorbiking you are into.
Okay, well, Bank Holiday Monday, we are off to the Red Marley Hill Climb. I think spectators' tickets they're about a tenner. I can't remember from what we paid.
Might have been
15 quid. It's a great day out. I mean, it's basically classic dirt bikes going up a big hill. And the fact that we've had a bit of rain as well recently, it's going to sort of like mix it up a little bit there. So even if it's a wet day, get yourself down there, put your wellies on, take your brolly. If it rains, if not, you'll have a superb day. Take a picnic, grab a beer. I think there's stuff going off over the whole weekend there. We're just going to be there on the Monday filming the event, but it's super exciting, super fun, trying to watch some of these old bikes get up a big hill.
And lawnmower racing.
Lawnmower racing, I think they've got trials on the Saturday as well, or the Sunday the day before.
It might be Sunday.
On the Sunday, yes. I think it's a Sunday-Monday event, but the big hill climb race event is on the Monday. Like I said, we're going to be there. So where's the other bike meets at?
On Sunday, there's a bike meet at the Super Sausage Cafe.
And we do like a super sausage. Yeah, we've been there before just for a ride out, ain't we? And the food is absolutely fantastic. I think it was one of the best top 10 cafes in the country. It might have even been number one, but yeah, if you've not been there, go check it out. It's down Northampton way.
Yes.
Well worth a ride out. Yamaha's bringing out their new Tenere 700 for 2025. I think they've only made minor changes because the bike is so good they don't need to change that much. One of the things is the ride-by-wire throttle, which I know some people get a little bit disgruntled with. I've not ridden this version yet, so it'll be interesting to see what that's like. I do think a lot of the time they do these things to kind of get them through the emissions, the 5+, etc. But either way, it's a good bike. It's still one I'm kind of 50-50 now whether I'm going to buy the Tenere 700. I don't know if I'll buy the 2025 model, some good deals on the 24s, or again that KTM 890 Adventure R. I don't know, but that looks a good one. They've also brought out a rally version, which I like. It's got the nice high mud guard. It is a tall bike though, so yeah, there's a disadvantage there. If you are a shorter rider, they have also brought out a low version for 2025 as well. That might be worth looking at. I think it's got things like a new TFT dash that looks super cool as well. But yeah, I don't think generally they've changed too much on the bike. And why should they? It's a great bike, reliable bike, does what it says on the tin. Price wise, £10,404. So yeah, not a bad price for 2025. Okay, so MCN claim bike sales are on the up. Is that true?
It is. So for the first 3 months of 2025, there was a 30% shortfall in sales. Well, 2 months, I should say, because then in March, 13,096 new bikes have been registered, which is a bit of a comeback.
So yeah, I guess that's good news. We'll take a look at some statistics in a minute for the month of March. But yeah, you know, I guess we've had some tough times. We've had a tough 4 years really since COVID. So you know, you kind of hope things are going to bounce back in 2025. So these are the press statistics for March 2025. Let's see how these sales are doing. So we've got a moped section there, motorcycles. So top of the motorcycles, we've got Adventure. So that is down 26%. Competition bikes are up 2.2%. Custom bikes down at 26.9%. The modern classic down 5%. Naked bikes down 26.9%. The road sport bikes down 20.2%. Scooters are down 24.4%. Touring bikes are down 31.3%. And then we've got unspecified down 64.7%. And if we just sort of scroll up to what bikes have been selling. So these are the best selling models for the March 2025. On the adventure side, we've got the BMW R1300R GS Adventure. They've sold 359 units. And then the competition bikes, we've got the Suron Ultra B. They've sold 39 units. Custom bikes, we've got the Kawasaki Vulcan S650. They've sold 67 units. And we've got the Honda GB 350S, and they've sold 299. I'm not surprised with that one. I think that's a great bike they've brought to the market, and again on price it looks really cool and it's very well built as well. The Honda CB 750 Hornet has been the best naked seller and they've sold 119 units. Road sport wise, we've got the BMW S1300R and they've sold 98 units. The scooters have been doing really well for Honda.
That's the best selling bike of the year.
And that's the best selling bike of the year, and that's the Honda PCX 125. They sold 461 units. And touring wise, we've got the Honda NT 1100, 83 bikes sold for the month of March 2025. Oh, it's a bit disappointing, that isn't it? Not unless you're a scooter lover. Best-selling brands, Honda's leading with 2,760 bikes, then followed by BMW 1,778, Triumph, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Royal Enfield, Ducati, Moto, and at the bottom with only 302 sold is KTM.
That is for the month of March as well, not for the year.
Yeah, that's the month of March of 2025. I mean, what do you think? I mean, it's not looking good, is it? But, you know, will it pick up later this year? I don't know. Well, I might be buying a bike so that you can add another statistic to that one. And also, you know, if you've liked this sort of content, let us know. We'll bring more to the channel. This was a bit of a trial for us. And I hope you've enjoyed it. So don't forget, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like, and we'll see you in the next one.